Well. Here we are on a Monday. Good afternoon, happy Monday, morning or afternoon or night, wherever you are. Shout out to yourself for being here. Your presence here is highly acknowledged. And today we come with questions. First question is: have you hit the like button? Have you subscribed? But the real bigger pressing question is, where are the transfers? I'm still waiting. I'm wondering, when is it time to hit the crash out button? There's people in here that have told me, bots, relax. It's still June. There's another second window of the transfer window that's opening in the summer. And this was right after Cunha. And I thought, oh, we're starting things up nicely. What's going on here? We got best in class. 34 days later, Manchester United still has not signed Mbumo. Our best in class are showing that they probably skipped class. For real. Where are the transfers? You started off all right, and everybody else is out here making moves. People are already coming back. It's crazy how people are, back for training while other people out here are playing Club World Cup. Crazy. Crazy. You know what else is crazy? How Amorim has not resigned yet. Where are the transfers, Mr. Wilcox? A few hours ago, Fabrizio obviously updated us on, one of our players that we want gone, but we know we won't really get gone. Honestly, let's be real about it. Rasmus Højlund, is one of the players that we want to see gone. In the top five of most people, he's definitely in that list. But Fabrizio updated us saying that Rasmus Højlund doesn't want to leave Manchester United this summer. His desire is to stay. Hey! The only possibility for sale is in case United decide to advance in talks and proceed with his exit. Inter Milan have been keen for weeks, but deal now is in standby. Is Rasmus Højlund getting away with murder right now? I mean, why would he want to grow? He's on like what? How much is he getting paid? Definitely over 150. Rasmus Højlund wage per week at Manchester United is, okay, 85. 85 according to capology.com. 85K. Either way, it's very close to 100K. So Rasmus Højlund doesn't want to walk away from 80, 85K to go revive his career. He'd rather stay in a place where things were just not feeling good last season. Let's be honest. Crazy. I don't know if it's determination. I don't know if he's on some Harry Maguire villain arc. He must have read Harry Maguire's book. They say like they'll try and push you away. Just believe. If Rasmus Hoyland can actually turn it around and start improving, will we feel differently as a fan base? He says, "Get gone, Hoyland." Of course, he wants to stay. Well, we. Baba Flossie, shout out to you. I was using capology.com. That's the uh, website, the database we use for checking player salaries. Crazy name, Capology. It's all cap, bro. Shout out to everybody that's in the building, by the way. We got 20 people in the house. I want to big up each one of you guys and say, I am just frustrated, but I'm not hitting the crash out button yet. I am wondering, uh, you know, where are the transfers? We have the players that said the short list of players that have informed the club that they do not want to be here, and the club also does not want them to be here. But that is not like no news. We all know that that was exactly how we felt about a lot of the people. The only person that surprised me was Malasia, but I think Sancho, Ganacho, Rashford, you know, um, who else was the other one? There was somebody else. It was five players. We were talking about this 2-3 days ago. Um, and Anthony's the other one. And who was the fifth one? Damn. I can't remember which fifth criminal it was, but there's like five players that Malasia, of course, because he doesn't belong in that list, in my opinion. I was like, yeah, you know what? It hasn't worked out. Double knee surgery, it hasn't worked out, but still, you know, we need to clear out, you know? So I come with the fundamental question: where are the transfers? And hopefully, Oba Barada and him and his project 150 can show us a sign. Because right now, Ineos is not really feeling like they're doing anything. It's not looking good. I young puppy, that's exactly where I'm at. You know, it's not looking good. Still stalling on a like 2.5 million or 5 million, whatever it is. We know that the valuation, whatever it is, that between Manchester United and Brentford, the difference in valuation needs to be compensated for. At some point, it becomes more expensive to have a player come in late. At some point, the 5 million you're trying to save is going to cost you a lot more. And I think we've entered that place. That is why I said I can't believe Ruben Amorim hasn't. He's forget while you're dealing with the transfer list. Put me on that list. I want to leave. Victor Gyökeres and obviously Arsenal are so close. It's a virtually a here we go. So I think for me the question is, does that mean that maybe all along Victor Osimhen, who's been quiet, like, is there something that they're planning? Like a little Jason Wilcox, you know, the way we hijacked Lenny Yoro from Real Madrid. Could there be something, a big surprise twist in Manchester United's pursuit for a center forward that we're not sure? Because we've talked about it. We went from plan A, who was Delap, plan B, Gyökeres, plan C has gotta be Osimhen. Or is plan C Watkins? Tish says it's Watkins. It's not Osimhen. I'm clutching at straws. Bro, I'm trying to figure out what is our plan A, B, C, D. Or is it just plan F the season? We are really, really not in a good place. We need to stand up and act right now. A team that has signed, a team that won the Premier League with a margin, by the way, signed Wits, Frimpong, Kirkers, and the other guy, I can't remember his name, Mama something, Mama Dashvili. Chelsea have signed players. They got our Delap, Pedro, Gittins, and we know what City have done already before the Club World Cup. Arsenal as well. And we are out here. You couldn't pick which team it is that needs a rebuild. If you didn't know the names and you just judge them by activity, you would say, listen, I think Liverpool is on a rebuild. You would probably say Man City is the team that's on a rebuild. They got 4 quality players. And we out here talking, well, we got Cunha, we got Leon. Leon, bro. Yeah, anyway. Put in the link in the chat. Please hit the like button. Let's talk. Talking about Arsenal, are they title contenders now? If they get Jokoresh done, which is pretty much done, they've got Kepa as a backup. They've got Zubimendi. I don't know why, but they got Zubimendi. I guess he's the Thomas Partey replacement. And now Jokoresh? Are we ready for that? Oh, they got Jokoresh connection. Yeah. And possibly they might be getting Madueke as well, Box. You're right. And Eze. Pav, big up, bro. You hear, Pav? Pav is not here. He's like the Manchester United transfer office. Men like young Bobby.
Yo,
Yo, do you think we're gonna fumble this Boomer deal, bro? It's been going on for so long. I just don't even know if it's really gonna happen anymore.
I mean, I hope not, but it's actually been looking like that. It's been too quiet. Um, any news that we hear on it has just been repetitive, and yeah, it's not looking good. It's really not.
Yeah, man. I'm you know, say for example we don't get, we have a couple of number 10s, right? Looking at like Zexy can probably play there, Mount, you can put Bruno there, you can put who else could play number 10 for us? Um Ahmad, yes, probably. Yeah, you could put Ahmad in there. But I'm wondering like if there's another way where we should go about it and just say, okay, pause on the number 10s, let's go for a midfield, you know?
Yeah, like I'd venture out to other positions that still need it because we still need you know, so much
Yeah.
positions needs to be filled like with proper ballers, and I
Yeah.
would say at least 7 of them positions 100% need to be dealt with. The other, three, because I'm not gonna count the goalkeeper.
Mhm.
We can make do with them,
Yeah.
but other than that, we need like 7 whole new positions, like players in their positions. Sorry.
Yeah. No, I get what you
And
mean.
it's not looking good. We're definitely not gonna be getting 7. We're barely looking to getting another player on top of Cunha. It's just looking like we're settling for this one player. Little Fellaini. Remember when we guys got Fellaini?
Yeah.
That one window. That was
Yeah,
the A
yeah,
player
yeah,
we
yeah,
bought.
yeah. Yeah. Bro,
Mind
seven
you, that
even
was
feels
late, but
like a pipe dream. It's like that
no, hundred
at this
percent. The
point,
thing is, like last
two
year was the
two
first
players.
time.
Let's be realistic. and say how many more players do you think we will get? Like honestly, looking
Oh,
at how
honestly, nah,
yeah.
we're stopping at like two, maybe a third if it's somebody that is just out the woodwork. And mind you, no, well, would you count that young boy a January signing though, or
Yeah,
so
Leon
okay,
was done
so we're
early,
still
so
just on one for
he's
the
not a
summer.
summer
Okay,
signing.
cool. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So yeah, other than that, yeah, one more signing.
No, just
Being
one.
realistic, being realistic. A proper starter too, they will probably only got one more. And it breaks my heart to say that because they know what we need and they just won't get it done.
Bruh. That breaks my heart. Look at boxing. We've announced Diego Leon like 3 times since January to boost up the numbers. We'll get 4 players, says Tish. Not every player will take as long.
I don't
Uh,
know because every player I see United go for it takes a couple months. But if this is the case, this is what I was saying before in the stream. If this is the case with United over the years, and it's been showing so much consistency actually, with getting deals done and all of that, it's
yeah,
like, why don't you guys look at these players ahead of time and actually get into touch with them? Like, why are
yeah.
we waiting until summertime to be like, oh, this player said that he wants to come United? Well, let's put a little something in for him. So now we guys got to wait the whole 2-3 months that it takes for United to sign a player.
The thing that pisses me off is Oman Barada and also what Ruben Amorim said about like, listen, we have a plan in place for if we win the Europa League, and we have also a transfer plan in place for if we don't win Europa League. And you're like, okay,
Aren't you
since
just tired of being lied to?
you guys said you thought about both scenarios, act like you thought about it. Right now, we're scratching our heads, bro. Like we didn't even know like we were gonna lose out on Champions League money. You know,
Yeah.
that's the thing. That's like, if at all, like we had people that had some financial sense, they would have really thought about that and being like, okay, well, they were gonna get on a haggle, conversation again. We've seen that happen with other transfer negotiations. How do we avoid that and become efficient? I think Sir Jim Ratcliffe said he doesn't want to run to a wrong decision. He'd rather like walk to it. But at some point, you gotta run, bro.
Yeah, start jogging at least.
You gotta start jogging. Otherwise, you'll miss the bus.
Yeah.
Like,
That's what it's literally looking like.
yeah, man. Anyway.
And then I must add too, I don't see Arsenal getting all damn signings. Like, come on now. When have they ever done that?
I mean,
All
let's
of
be,
them.
let's
I can
be
see
honest.
one. I could see one, yes, but
Yeah.
all of them signings? Come on now.
When you say all of them, you mean like what? Like the ones that we mentioned, like like which players are you talking
Like,
about? Is it
what would it have been? Eze,
Eze,
Mandrake,
Madueke?
Joker. You put it up. Jokeresh. Like, you really think all three of them players will come or go there? Sorry.
I'd say maybe
You
no,
really think Arsenal
Madueke.
would splurge like that? Like Arsenal.
I mean, let's see. They've got Kepa done. They've got Zubimendi done, and Jokoresh done. So it's just like, Nugard. Do they really need Nugard? I don't know. I don't know
Well,
about
I think they
Marcelo.
already have that Norga guy,
They
right?
have Nugard.
Yeah. Zabin
Um.
Zabimendi, they have.
So
Kappa,
yeah.
they have. But
So
look
I
at them
mean,
players that they got right there. And then you're gonna tell me they're gonna get some superstars now?
Eze is the one that's a far fetched dream. I
Yeah,
think
that's
he
far
is.
fetched as fuck. Yeah, 100%. Out of
Yeah.
all them three, I would see Mandueke going.
Yeah.
them and Chelsea have like a little bromance in London going on when it comes to transferring players.
Mhm. 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 Crazy, bro. Crazy. I want to welcome also Moro. Big up yourself. Welcome to the community, by the way. Saying, imagine team signing players like Glock Nines and we getting it done.
Now that news pissed me off.
That is funny. Yeah, man. At the end of the day, this is gonna give Ruben Amorim excuses, because these people that are coming here saying Ruben has no excuse. We want to see like immediate but bro, how are you gonna get in progress if people are starting to train together right now, and they're not the players that we really want to perform in the Premier League are not even here yet.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's wild to me. Like that's setting up Ruben Amorim in a way, and
They
it's
already set him up last year with bullshit, like, already didn't give him what he asked for, and that was just time to come in, like, right now and start doing something. But hey,
yeah, yeah. Let me bring in Pav. Let's hear what men like Pav has to say. By the way, big up Pav.
Can you
Uh,
hear me?
yes, yes. Now I can.
No,
Pav.
transfer window, man.
Look.
And
Tish says
you're lagging, by the way, bots.
I'm lagging. Uh oh.
You are.
Hopefully this is better now. But go ahead. Go ahead and say what you're gonna say if you can hear
I
me.
ain't gonna lie, man. Couldn't the joy out of any transfer signings gone for me anyway. I don't even care about when Embermo gets announced. I said the Eucharist thing. I said to you, anyone who's keeping hold of that thing is a bit crazy, because when his team announced that he was prioritising Arsenal over us, at that point, then I was just like, yeah, we're not going to get him.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
the thing that pisses me off the most is if we end up with Dominic Calvert-Lewin, or in some cases, people calling him Dominique skirt-wearing Lewin, um, I'm going to lose my shit. I'm telling you now, if we end up with that guy, I told KG yesterday, he wasn't believing it. Told me to be told me to stay quiet, don't say it. I'm divorcing the club. I am divorcing the club. I will stop supporting this club. I will do it. You will never hear from me again. You won't see me. You won't hear from me. I am done with this club. I am not doing this shit every year. New people come in, but you do the same shit as the last ones. Yeah, football people, apparently football people. Jason Wilcock, not Wilcox, you're a cock. That bald fraud Barada, you're doing the same shit as the other ones before that were
Actually, the
here.
other ones might have even been a little bit better. The Sangria lads, whatever they call them, John Murto and Ed Woodward, like they would be splurging something. At some point, they got tired of negotiating. They would be like, "Listen, rinse us. It's okay." You know?
These people, yeah, told us they've been planning this window for months.
Yeah,
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 what was going on in them months, bro? What are you man doing? Using the club money for what? Fucking going out to strip clubs and that. Is that what you man were doing?
yeah, yeah. It's kind of crazy, bro. It's. Okay, Pav. I wanted to say to courts that I retract that. Maybe they were not better, but like the all I'm trying to make the larger point that we need some movement, bro. At some point, it's not worth it.
This
You
is the
know?
thing, yeah.
Yeah,
People aren't gonna blame Amarim for this window,
yeah.
but he's part to blame. Yeah. If you
How?
dare, hold on. I- In any interview you do this week, yeah, because they're all back now. So I'm just waiting for the daily interviews that this man's gonna do.
Oh,
If I dare hear you say that the window's hard, the market's hard right now, you prick. Because of you, the window's hard. You couldn't win a final against Tottenham. Yeah, is why the window's hard for us right now. That was your opportunity, yeah, to get us in the Champions League and bring your boy Jokeris to the club. You fucked it up, yeah. You put that shit lineup out for us, yeah. You wanted to play that fat fucking Luke Shaw in that final. You dropped Garnacho, who played in every Europa League game up until that final. You dropped him. You wanted to go pick that scrub Mason Mount. who did absolutely nothing in the final, and you bottled it and you gave the trophy to them and you gave them Champions League and you gave them an extra 100 million. You,
I don't know how you can put it all on Ruben,
it's on him, bro. Just
but
like I said, a large part of
he's
it is on
he's
him
not the one
because
that
he should
scored
have
the
won that
own
final.
goal.
He should have won that final, and he
It-
bottled it. He bottled it.
I
And
mean,
now people are
it's
complaining
like
about
this.
the transfers being bad. It wouldn't have been as bad if he had got that. We would have had an extra 100 mil. The problem is all of our top six rivals, yeah, the ones they've cemented their place in Champions League. City are going to be in it all the time. Liverpool are going to be in it all the time. Arsenal are making sure they're going to be in it all the time. Yeah, and Chelsea, the amount of money they're spending. How the hell are we going to break in there when these clubs have an extra 100 to 150 million
Yeah.
spending budget than us every season? How are we going to get in there? Please tell me. So what I'm seeing, I don't care. Yeah, that guy needs to get into Champions League football no matter what. I don't care if he gets no more signings other than Mbama
No,
Cunha.
that's
If you're no
unreasonable.
no no no
Come
no,
on,
boss, listen.
no,
People are
no,
making out this guy to be some elite fucking coach when he's not. He's a shit coach with a shit formation. Yeah, no wonder why you keep getting rejected by your own players because nobody wants to come play this shit formation.
no, Pav, no, no, no. He
It's a
didn't.
shit
Like this.
formation. Quenda. What was Quenda? What
Well,
the Quenda's team?
they
Quenda
were
does not want to play as a right wing back. He doesn't want to do it.
sure, sure, but they were getting results. They were winning in Sporting.
Again, he's a up and coming youngster. He's played that formation and he said, Tamarim, thanks, but no thanks. I don't like your formation. I don't want to play it. I'm going to Chelsea the following year. Gyökeres, yeah, his best buddy said, no thanks. I'm going to Arsenal. I want Champions League football. I don't want to play in that. I don't want to come play this 3-4-3, 3-5-2, whatever the fuck it is. See you later. The lap. Oh, hey, you want me to be a striker? No thanks. See you later, mate. You're getting rejected by fucking everybody, bro.
Pav, it's because they wanted Champions League football, bro. Like you can't blame
And
them
we
for
and
that
we
as
could have
well.
had it. We could have had it, but this man
You
bottled
could
it.
have had it,
He
but like
it,
that one, like you're just blaming all
no
on
no
the.
no. Who it
It's
is? You
unfair.
have to blame
It's
him. You
unfair.
have to
Sure,
blame
he
him
takes
for
some
not,
of the blame,
bro.
but the
You have to
players
blame
were
him.
the ones
You
on
have
the
no
pitch,
no no no
bro.
no no. Now you shut up here, yeah, and listen. If he had won that Europa League final, you lot would be arse licking this man to the fucking moon. But as soon as we didn't win it, it's on the players and not the manager. He bottled it with that lineup, bro. His tactics were dead. His coaching's been dead. And now people are sitting there feeling sorry for this guy because he's got a shit transfer window. He brought it on himself. You're meant to be this elite coach, yeah, that everyone keeps telling me, oh, he's going to take us back to the glory days. He's going to do this and that. Coach them fucking shit players that everyone seems to think are shit and get us back in the Champions League. There you go. Or fuck off at the end of the season or even before that. You dare get battered by Arsenal, yeah? And Gyökeres scores fucking goals against us. Fuck off, mate. You can leave on the second game of the season.
Well, that was Pav right there with the mic drop, and I could never convince him otherwise. Um, yeah, why was Amarin then hired during the mid-season? Kenny's asking. Would it be a collective failure then, Pav? That's the thing. It's like I get his point of view. Of obviously, everybody, even anybody could see it. Like he made a mistake by putting Mason Mount in that lineup, right? But at the same time, like it's not just Mason Mount. It's not just that Mason Mount decision. There's people that like you can blame and say, "Who, Luke Shaw? Where were you?" An own goal. Did we even attack Spurs? I don't know. That game was a horror. I don't even want to remember it. Oh Lord. Big up Riri.
Good, bots.
Yo, Courtney French says Pav spoke straight facts. Oh, oh. I'm like, it's a Monday, you know.
Yo, it's I love Pav, but yo, it's way too early to be that angry, bro. Like legit, like that energy is crazy, like legit crazy. Way
Uh,
too early to be that angry, bro.
and he said, even, the part that really got me on Pav's take today, he said, even if Ruben doesn't get any more extra signings, he still has to get Champions League football. Otherwise, he's a scrub.
Bro, but everybody was saying, well, except for Pav, because Pav wants Champions League football. He's been won Champions League football.
Yeah.
But most people were saying, even with the signings, even if even if we get the signings, they will take top six or top five.
Even
And
if
that
we, yeah, yeah.
based on the results of the other tournaments, that might just be Champions League if we get top five.
But top five nowadays is crazy. It's a
Exactly.
tall ask. Like,
Exactly.
look,
Listen,
you know,
I'm not gonna dispute that Ruben had a part to play in us losing against Tottenham, but the players on the pitch have the same amount of responsibility for that game. Because
hmm
if every other time we're gonna say they're footballers and they're supposed to know how to play football,
yeah.
why is it you're putting Holy and Slowly on the coach? Mason Mount won a Champions League. He
Ex-
won a Champions League with Chelsea. So even if you're not in agreement of the fact that he chose Mason Mount to play that day, Mason Mount is a footballer that actually won a Champions League.
mhm, mhm,
So
mhm.
I'm not gonna sit here and say some of the tactics wasn't wrong. It was.
Yeah.
Me of all people, I'm still flabbergasted that he played that Oompa Loompa in defense, bro. Like legit.
Oompa Loompa reported to training today.
Bro,
Do you think he
yo,
went to the medical room first, or he went straight to the
probably, son. He was like, yo, run an MRI, full MRI, a full deck. He was like, yo, can y'all run a full DEXA on me? Because if you see anything, let
bed?
them know.
Let them, let, and do you think, because now that training, like, I might give him like 3 weeks of training and he'll be injured in 3 weeks.
Yes, that's what I'm telling you. You know when they send you for a full DEXA scan to make sure your bones are okay?
Oh Lord.
Yo, big 2025, and Luke Shaw is still reporting for duty at Manchester United.
Even when you meet him, when you say it's nice to see you, it's a lie.
It's a
Like,
lie.
look at him. Oh, I found the
Nobody wants to see this dude, bro. Nobody.
picture. He got the thumbs up too. Look at that. Look at
Oh my God, bro.
that. The
He,
kicks are dope.
he might get injured just walking to the freaking locker room. Guy, man. Jeez.
Oh, Luke. He probably
Unbelievable.
Moro says he's got donuts in his bag in it.
Probably is.
The medical too.
Man going straight to the med. Be like, yo, I brought these for y'all. Don't tell nobody. Run the Dexa. Run the Dexa.
Oh gosh. It's crazy. Yeah.
Listen,
Yeah.
people are angry at this window. We've always had windows like this. Last summer, we didn't have a successful window, like a really, really successful window. When
Mhm.
they bought Mazwari, everybody was like, who the fuck is Mazwari? Nobody knew him. Now everybody likes him.
Mm.
You know what I mean, bots? Like,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
when they brought him in, now everybody's like, oh, yo, we got him as a steal, blah, 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 XYZ, whatever. But initially, when that signing happened, everybody was like, who's this guy?
Yeah, yeah. True, true. Do you think, like, what's his name? Our guy Dorgu will improve. Like, I'm like,
Bro, that guy, was it Nico? Is it Nico, the one that just signed for us?
Diego,
Diego.
Diego Leon.
Yes.
Yeah.
I want him to pressure Dorgu, bro. Because this guy, I love this mentality that this guy has. I love the energy his father has.
Mm,
Like, that's the energy I want at my club.
mm,
Like,
mm.
he's legit saying to them, if y'all don't watch yourself, I'm taking your spot.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
want that. I want that at our club. I
Yeah.
want that kind of competitive nature because that that saying, I whatever it is, something sharpens whatever.
What saying? What saying is this?
What is it? Is it what? Iron and iron. Something about sharpening
Oh,
something. Like,
iron sharpens iron.
right. That.
Yeah.
That's
Damn,
what I,
you went for the most complicated saying on a Monday. Like,
bro.
yeah.
Pav came in here cussing and carrying on, bro. I'm just, trying to level the playing field over here.
Okay,
Um,
okay, okay. So who's the iron? Who's the other iron?
but that's what I'm saying. Dorgu wasn't bad,
Oh,
like ridiculously bad. You
true,
know what I
true.
mean?
Oh,
The,
Riri, you're cooking. I just put it together now. Thank
right.
you. Thank
So
you.
he's gonna be on that left. You understand?
Mm,
So Dorgu's gonna have to step his game up because if this dude's coming in as hungry as his words are saying,
yeah.
you know what I mean? And if we see him play in Sweden, because Sweden is our first preseason, right?
Yes. Yep.
Right. Let's say Ruben puts him on in Sweden and we see something out of him. Dorgu's got to look over his shoulder, bro, because homeboy might be like, "Yo, I'm coming for your spot."
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that I'm pleased with. This Embuemo thing is starting to look like Frankie De Jong all over again.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And
Um,
I feel like we're gonna fumble the deal, which would
bro,
be a big fumble because
bro,
this guy is suited for Ruben Amorim. You know, literally when we once we fumble that, we're gonna start looking and being like, oh, scrambling. Oh, what's going on? Callum Wilson. Callum Wilson is free. We'll be looking. Chris Wood. We'll be on panic button. That's where I'm
yeah,
seeing.
yeah, but when are we not like that, boss? I'm just get upset about these windows, bro. This is how we've been conducting business for time. Like,
Yeah.
I've been chill. I've been
Yeah.
chill because I'm like, oh, this is the norm. Bro,
Yeah.
if we had signed 4 players, I would have literally been shocked. Like, if by now we had signed 4 players, I would have been shocked because that's not how we normally do business.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Manchester United hasn't done business like that in time.
Facts.
Look at the last 3 summers. We haven't got our signings in early in the window, and then we haven't gotten all our signings in either.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't. People are out here busting a vessel and popping a vein, and for what? This is the club that we. This is who we are as a club. Like, I don't understand. I don't understand where the expectation is coming from. It's
Yeah.
crazy. It's like dating a girl that you know is late all the time, but you still get upset every time you go to pick her up and she's late.
There we go. There we go. Yes. 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 Great analogy right there, Riri. I feel like yeah, no, that's a mic drop right there. Everyone needs to relax, calm down. Dominic Calvert Lewin will score for us. SLD, we are finished. Dominic Calvert Lewin, you taking a piss? You serious? Or you? I don't know if you're being sarcastic right now, bro. So, bots, is Glinius even cooking the expired ingredients? I don't even think they found the ingredients, Kenny. This season is a write off. That's what Riri was saying. Like, where are the expectations when you look at the squad that reported for trading today? Ahmad, okay, promising. Amas, Promising. Collier, can he stay fit? If yes, then maybe we have a player there. Cunha, okay. Delict, can he stay fit? Fredrickson, we gotta wait and see. Tom Heaton, Doctor. Yeah. We are finished. When you see Onana and Luke Shaw, that's how you know mid-table is secured. Well, there's no way we're getting above top 10.
Hello?
Big up, Doctor. How you doing?
Yeah, sorry, I'm alright. Can you hear anything in the background?
A little bit, but it's okay. It's faint.
Is it... Okay, thank God. Anyway, yeah, Path came with the fire this after it was afternoon over here, so
Yeah.
it's crazy. Uh, I feel like we're gonna get something similar to last season. You know, waited to win like the last mid August. When did we get the lift then in Mazraoui? What, mid August?
Yeah, it felt like
They
beginning of
barely
August.
played.
Yeah.
They barely played the what preseason. They didn't play the
Yeah.
Community Cup Shield, and then yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like we should just move on to other players because this. I feel like there's a lot. I feel a lot of things. Ju- what's his name? My guy from Brentford, Mbumo, or however you say it, Mbumo.
Mm-hmm.
He wants to come, but Brentford is playing a hardball, you know. And I'm the 60. Look, 50, 55 plus add-ons is all right. Even that is a little bit expensive, but anything above that, I don't know why they're just playing hardball. And I get it's United. United of old would have just paid it for 80 for him and then gotten him. But I
He
like the fact that
he had his probably his best season ever though. He's like
yeah,
Brentford is
oh
well
yeah,
within that
but
right to try and like get the
exactly.
squeeze
I'm not
everything in.
blaming them. I'm not blaming them, but you have to do what you have to do. I mean, if we have to move on, then we should move on. You know.
Yeah. So in your opinion, should we
But the
like
thing is, if we move on, yeah, who
yeah.
are we gonna get? Because I feel like everybody's subpar. Or
If we move on, it's a fumble. It's the biggest
yeah,
fumble of this of
is
the
it because
transfer window.
he'll probably go to Europe for way higher, and I don't
Mm-hmm,
blame him. I
mm-hmm.
don't blame him. But I feel like we probably also we're kind of waiting for uh the Rashfords and Sancho's to go. And I totally agree with you. Out of the five, Malasia, I feel like the only reason why he's going is because of the whole injury thing. And I don't blame them, but out of the five of them, actually, yeah, I wouldn't mind keeping him as a like bench player. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
You- I
You know
wouldn't
that you're
mind.
getting all the effort from him,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, and
and
he went to his loan club, kept his mouth shut, did his work. I feel like Anthony, what did him was the price tag and the
yeah,
fact of the whole allegations thing. I think mentally it was like right player wrong time kind of situation.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah,
Right
yeah,
player wrong time. The whole like a combination of everything.
yeah, yeah,
I'm not keeping Sancho. The reckless one, I'm not keeping Sancho because I feel like we've all talked about why we're not keeping him, and we all know. I'm just gonna repeat myself.
mm-hmm,
Um,
mm-hmm.
Ineos is really irking me. Sorry, Ineos is really irking me because it's like I get they're trying to not make mistakes of the past, but we really have to get it going because people are signing players left, right, and center. If we have just one. let's say Diego Leon is half a signing because we kind of signed him in January, so 1.5 a signing. Cunha and Diego, you know,
Yeah, yeah,
Riri was right earlier on. Like you Diego Leon is gonna make people work for their fight for their place on the team.
yeah. Like Diego Leon will push Dorgu, and Dorgu will push Diego Leon, and then you know what's gonna happen? Luke Shaw is gonna be the best best player in the team from the defense.
Exactly.
That's what's crazy. But
Yeah.
yeah. Can I ask you about your other club? I mean, pardon me. Arsenal. Do you
But what's wrong? What's wrong with you?
do you
I
think?
don't support Arsenal. What is wrong with you?
No, I'm
I would have said I can't swear because I can't
kidding.
believe it.
Yes,
So
thank God you can't swear. Yes. No, but okay. On a serious note, though, has Arsenal made like? No, I'm asking you just seriously, Doctor. Has Arsenal made the step between number 2 and number 1? Have they actually now?
no,
If
no,
no,
I'll no until let's no let's see the season because we can say they have the possibility to win it, but I don't know. Stephanie, it's funny. You're funny. You're funny. But I don't know. Let's see. I can say no all I want, but let's see. Let's see if but I really honestly my first instinct is to say no.
it's say no
Even
because you're thinking, yeah, Arsenal gene, they'll bottle
then
it. But it
you
was
can
10
have
points difference. Let me
no yes,
remind you,
you can have all the
10 points.
ingredients. You can
That
have all you
doctor, listen, it's 3 wins and 1 draw. The difference between Arsenal winning the league last season.
yeah, I know. You can have all the ingredients, but you still
Yeah.
won't have the greatest soup or jollof rice ever. You know what I mean? That's
Okay.
they they lack. You remember Arsenal of old when Henry and those people were on the team. They lack
Sure.
that. Odegaard, Odegaard. They've lost Partey. They've lost somebody else, right? No, I don't know. I'd rather put my money on City to win it, if you know what I mean, because
I hear
they've
you.
made the
I hear you.
signings and
I just want
Pep
to
has
like let the bias. Let's put our bias to the side.
I'm
Uh,
put yeah I've put my
for a
bias to the
second. I
side.
know, but it's just like before it was 10, it was 1 for. We hear you. They're
I
butlers,
put my
but
bias to the side. I wouldn't have
but
said
doctor, listen. Look at this. Let's just like quickly look at it from Arsenal's perspective. Not for a second. Look, right, 23, 22, 23. Look at the
5 points.
points difference
Yeah. Then
between City
23,
and us,
24,
and then 23, 24. Look at the points difference,
2 points. And last season it was 10.
and then last season it was 10. But one thing
Yes.
that's consistent is that defense is really strong, and now they just got Jokeresh.
Their defense is really strong and they lost 4 games and drew 14.
Yeah, those
Like
draws. Jokeresh gets those 14 draws, maybe he makes 10 draws, and then the rest is like wins,
he
4 wins.
it's, anyway, like I bet my money like if I was to put my biases aside and I'm not ready to make
Yeah.
my predictions because I think the window is too early in the window to do that. I'll wait till like maybe the day before the first game. But
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and I'll probably do it again in uh the first break in September. But if you was to ask me now who would win based on the signings they've done right now as of today,
Mm.
City, they've gone all out.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I
That's
get
a team
it's
that's acting like that in a rebuild.
they're and Pep is coming back with them, especially they got knocked and City even went to America and played in that heat.
Yes.
And they're coming back, and I feel like where are they having their preseason in America?
I have no idea what
Wherever they're going to be flying around a lot. What
yeah.
I'm saying is they're going to be extra tired. So it's not. I bet my money that City probably have more likelihood to win the season than Arsenal, and it's all based on
Like you
Arteta.
just said, City will be extra tired. I don't understand how
No,
they.
what I'm saying is that even with the whole, they've traveled, they've done this, they've done that, they
Yeah.
have more likelihood to win the league than Arsenal.
Okay. Okay.
Even
Fair.
with Arsenal signings, and
Oh,
I mainly put it on Arteta.
okay.
You have 6 years. By now you should know what you should at least be a cup team. You've won one FA Cup when you came, and that's not even your FA Cup. I'll give it to Unai.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like,
All right. No point
so
heard. Point heard. Point taken. Big up doctor for that. She says no. Arsenal will still bottle it. It will be Man City the favorites.
I
And
have a question though.
what?
Given, and I know we can do this closer to when the season begins, but given the signings every team has had so far, do you expect that, you know how this season Newcastle won the Carabao Cup,
Yeah.
Crystal Palace won the FA Cup? Do you expect like any other team to like shine? Because I feel like maybe a Bournemouth probably will win the Carabao, and
There's
I don't
always a
know about,
surprise team, right? That like
yeah,
picks up
yeah.
form and doesn't, you know.
Last season, at the beginning of last season, I was thinking Bournemouth would win the Carabao Cup.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I like, as the season went on, I was thinking, you know what?
Yeah.
And I'm putting my money. I kind of, when Fulham kicked us out of the FA Cup, I was like, you know what? I
Yeah.
wouldn't be mad if they won it because they were even their Premier League's form
Yeah.
was and I fully expect them to, Bournemouth and Fulham, even Crystal, depending on how Crystal Palace does in the Europa League, to come and kind of climb up
Yeah.
the ladder, and that makes our job harder, United's job harder, to get to top four. It's, but we have, what we have on our side is the one game a week thing.
I hear you, doctor. You know
You
when
know,
you're saying to get to top four, sounds like so far away. It sounds so far away. We still like, let's get to the first page. First page. That's all I'm asking. But big up yourself for that. Like, Stephanie with a very interesting prediction. Arsenal will lose to United in that opener at 100. Okay, okay, we'll be there. Bournemouth just lost Kepa Kekes, Hudson Zabrini ends up bringing it close to PSG. They're getting cleared out. That's true. The overhaul that's happening at Bournemouth makes me feel like they will not be the surprise team that they were last season. Maybe somebody else's turn. Like I reckon, like you remember how Nottingham Forest were like that. They had that season where they were like on the brink of relegation, and then from there, like then the following season they just get it together and things click. I feel like that will probably happen to not Nottingham Forest, but thank you, Graham Potter's team, West Ham. They actually might just like things start clicking, and then or it could be, yeah, it could Box is right too. Everton would all might also rise. There's gonna be a team that rises that we're not predicting and we're not sure of. Doctor says, nah, Potter is a bum. But you know what? The perfect person to tell us if Potter is a bum is here. And then
The boys gave everything in it. That's what you're about to hear.
that was his tagline. I totally forgot about it. Was he actually really bad, or it was because Chelsea was going through a bad time? You know,
Nah, he sucked. He sucked, man. Let's be honest.
nah, bro. Oh yeah, he actually broke the record in terms of like worst cause you guys stuck with him for a while, right? And it was like things were going bad.
Yeah,
And
we after we sacked Tuchel, he was brought in.
yeah, after that was after Tuchel.
And yeah, he just
But
gave us a
you guys, but he was good at Brighton. So there's something that was like systematically bad.
everyone's good at Brighton.
Nah.
Everyone's good at Brighton. You give Amarin to Brighton, he's cooked, and he's a bum. So what are we talking about here?
Nah,
Everyone is good at Brighton.
you're being
Brighton
disingenuous.
literally have the best data analysis model, and that's because of their owner Tony Bloom, and
But
that's
the
why no
coach
one.
got a coach though.
Yes, but they know which coach they want to get because they know what play they want to get because of their analysis.
Hmm. Potter or Lampard? There's a question for you here. Pick one.
Lampard,
Frank Lampard
did I
is
stutter?
better than
Did I
Potter.
stutter? Did I stutter?
No, bro. Like managerial credentials is what we're talking about right now.
Who took Chelsea further and who has done more in their time in other clubs?
Yeah, Lampard, I guess.
Lampard worked under Chelsea with the transfer embargo, got us top four, got us into the Champions League, was sacked, I think, round of 16 or something in the Champions League. Tuchel took over. Even when he was sacked in the Champions League, I think we only conceded like one goal. He was mainly sacked for like league performances. So, yeah.
Wow. What a take. Wow. Bobby also
So
goes.
that's called having standards. You guys should know something about that, but you've lost it.
Shut up, bro. Wait. So who's your latest in your army? Do you even know
What are you
like
talking about?
the players you've signed? Who's the latest player you've signed to your army, your Chelsea army?
Gittins.
Gittins. What's Gittins gonna do? You guys, you really like? Is he gonna change? Is he gonna change the squad, or is he just
He's
like
better than Garnacho. He's going to change the squad. He's a direct left winger.
what happened? Are you still getting the guy from Palmeiras as well?
Yeah, he's coming in. Of
This
course, we signed
this
him like long ago.
this summer?
No, he signed like last summer, but he's coming in this summer.
Bro.
He was scheduled to come in after Club World Cup.
At some point, though, as a fan, you gotta get sick of it. There's like too much traffic.
Sick of what?
The traffic, bro. These are
There's
not
not enough
transfers.
traffic in your club.
Traffic.
That's why you're stuck with guys like flipping. What's his
You
name?
you guys
Fatty
are not
Shaw.
doing transfers.
Fatty Shaw.
It's player traffic, bro.
There, traffic. Yeah, we're still finishing what 10 places above you, 12 places above you, and you're talking all this talk. Come on,
Spending
man.
2 billion for a top 4 challenge, bro. Get out of here. Shit. They even got an evil soccer too, you know. That's true. These Chelsea's
Amarim getting sacked. That's what I got to say to you right now.
Okay. Hold your horses, sir. Wait. Why is Amorim getting sacked when he's
This the way it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Don't get triggered. Don't get triggered. The way the window. Don't get triggered. And I'm gonna break it down. This is looking like Ten Hag 2.0. Everyone's crying about the signings. Everyone's crying about this and that. He needs his pieces. You need to fucking coach. I said this from last season. The only way Amrin gets out of this situation is coaching. He's had 7 months. Now everyone's saying, "Oh, it's a new day." Yeah. I'm not fooled. Now he's got ultimately 5 weeks to show something for this team to significantly improve. Do I see that happening? No. The guy's getting sacked within 10 games or the end of the season.
Unfairly
That's what's
so.
happening.
Unfairly so. You know why? Look at Man City and Pep Guardiola, bro. They're getting players.
Forget Man City. That's not our concern.
No. Why
That's
forget
not our concern. That's not our concern. Forget Man City. Forget Arsenal.
Coach,
That's not our concern. Forget them. Forget them. That's not our concern. We're not in their leagues right now. We do not have motion.
No, but you still gotta back a coach though. Financially, you gotta
He's
get
getting back. No, because this is what it is. He's getting back. This is a guy. Problem is that the sins of the past are caught up with us. And there's only so much Ineos can do. Even though I don't rate Ineos like that, they're still on fraud watch. There's only so much they can do. Go on, and this is what people are saying as well now. This is what people are saying now. Overpay for Embremo. You overpay for Embremo,
then you don't get the rest of the signings. Everyone will start complaining about that. At the end of the day, I said it to KG from last season. You had 7 months to show something. You underperformed as well as the players. They cannot be in the bottom half this season coming up. No excuses. No excuses. But
but
what I've seen
do
so far,
you listen though?
he's
Okay.
shown absolutely diddly squat. Yeah? And the way it's going, he's getting sacked.
Okay, but wait,
And
wait
this
a
is why I said,
hold on.
and
Look
this
at
is why I said, and I think Pav will agree with me here. This is why I
yeah,
said afterwards when I reviewed the season, he might as
yeah.
well get sacked in the summer. We're wasting our time. Just bring in the players and getting another coach. Because what he needs too many pieces to get his system going.
Bro,
I know how this ends, bro. The
but
only way
listen,
the
you
only way
know
he
how you
survived,
gonna need
and
pieces.
I said it in the group chat. The
Randall,
only way he survived.
listen,
No,
bro.
no,
Like
let
you
me
are out
land.
here just saying like
No,
this
let me
guy's
land.
not
I'm
going
calm.
to this.
Now
Where's the
let me
player?
land. Box, let me land this point. I said it in the group chat many times. I'm not even mad. The only way he survives is through individual brilliance and scumbagging games. Because the system right now is diddly squat. It's just defend with 7 players, attack with 4. That's all it is. Yeah, that's all it is. And there's nothing to show that he's gonna be successful this season coming up. He's getting sacked as things stand. And I
Bro,
said this to KG as well.
I
Now he's
just
panicking. Now he's panicking because Mbema's not here. Oh, they got Gyökeres. We were never really in the top, in the front queue for Gyökeres. He said to us he wants Arsenal. He's on his knees for Arsenal, like a $2 hole in King's
you
Cross.
haven't, bro. You haven't even seen one Ruben preseason training session.
Who gives a shit? I've seen 7 months in the season.
But without
That's
preseason
the
training,
thing.
without the players having time to digest and understand, bro, he was doing game after game after game without like a
Who
proper.
cares? Who cares? There was a week where he had 2 weeks off to do something. Yeah. So I'm just gonna say this to you. He's had 7 months of body of work. Yeah. Do you think we're gonna significantly improve I said 6 weeks. Let's say 5 weeks that we're gonna significantly improve, unless we just do scumbagging with individual brilliance.
This is how, yes, it's possible that in 5 weeks we will significantly improve, and it is
Out of
based
seven
on
months, we've had
no,
seven
no,
months body of work.
no. Let me finish. Let me finish my
No,
answer.
I'm listening. I'm
Yeah,
listening.
yeah. If we back Ruben Amorim with the
No,
type
no, no, no. That's not
of
enough. Break it down.
that
Break it down. How we improve in
this is
football
how we
terms.
improve. This is
Break
how we
it
improve.
down.
We have Cunha, who's so much better
No,
on the
no.
ball. Listen,
Again, I've already covered this Cunha thing. That is individual brilliance. That's not as a team. That's
part
individual. Cunha and
of
Mbema is individual brilliance.
your job as a coach is to organize the team so that some individuals can shine.
No, no. Again, you're not getting out of this. I mean, as a team
No,
as a whole.
Rapper.
So we play consistently. No, no. Let me land because all you've named is signings. I'm saying as a team, where do you see the consistency in patterns, fluid, actual cohesive football? Not just defend with seven
Let's
players
see.
and hope for
Let's
the best in 4 players.
let's see
Where
if
where
we
where's
play
the team this thing?
sessions so we have tangible data to compare and talk about and look at and say,
You've got
look,
tangible data. 7 months.
no,
7 months
no,
have just gone
bro.
by.
7 months
Tangible data is
ain't
there,
enough,
though.
bro.
What we
With the
doing? What we doing
budget of
here?
our players.
What we doing
No.
here? Tangible. Let's not back. Don't backtrack. Don't backtrack. Yeah. 7 months of data is there. Yeah. 6 wins out of
Wrap up.
26. Nasty work. You cannot avoid the Rico. Yeah.
Right.
We would not be. If Graham Potter done that, we would not be saying back the manager because he's got a fancy name. We're saying back the manager. He's in arrears, and we all know it. And as it stands, he's not getting his pieces. Yeah, I admit. I reckon we get Cunha and Bruno, and that's as far as it goes right now on some emergency loans and maybe one shrewd signing. But we're not getting elite targets. And he's a guy like Ten Hag who needs the best of the best to succeed as it stands. it just looks a bit different now.
bro.
I'm keeping the same energy. I'm not trying to do this. I'm keeping the same energy. And I told you before, and I told KG before, I no longer care about who's the coach. Yeah, I care about what Ineos do and can the coach deliver what he says he's gonna do. And
Okay.
right now, he's not delivered. And so, as it stands right now, game week 1, it's all fun. All you people are doing all this. Oh, it's gonna be great. It's all fun and games till the ball get. No, let me land. It's
You're so
all fun and
skeptical.
no,
You're so
let me land. No, let
skeptical.
me land. Let me land.
All
It's
right.
all fun and games till a ball gets kicked. All this. Oh, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do that. Then soon as we get crashed on, it's look at the we should have. No, he's got to show something. Yeah, that's it.
We'll be there.
It's
Right
all fun
now,
and games till the ball gets kicked.
you are so skeptical that I'm curious. From Man United versus Arsenal, our first game, who's winning?
I think we scumbag a draw or we lose.
Fulham versus Man United.
Fulham versus Man United, yeah?
Yes.
And this I think we Fulham versus Man United, yeah? As it stands.
As it stands.
Scumbag. No, we beat Fulham. We beat Fulham. We beat Fulham. We beat Fulham most of the time, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Man
we do,
United-
because I yeah? No, go on. We beat
Man United
Fulham.
versus Burnley. Man United versus Burnley.
Man United versus Burnley, we beat them. Because that's shit. I don't rate Burnley. You know where I'm going with it. Don't try and pretend. That's not
where's the
good.
panic here? You know what? What's funny? You said scumbag a draw versus Arsenal, beat Fulham, beat Burnley.
Yeah.
Like
But
how?
again,
how
you not listen to what I
getting
said.
set?
You not listen to what I said. But you're getting giddy because I'm saying we're getting results, but it's a marathon, not a sprint. Just because we scumbag the draw against Arsenal, we always turn up for Arsenal.
Okay.
We always try to give it, no matter what the team is. But when it comes down to the home stretch and when we get into the season, we're gonna get found out like we usually do if we don't get the signings that everybody wants to get the signings about elite targets.
Okay.
So my point still stands. We
So-
scumbag. Remember last season? When we scumbagged the 1-0 victory against Fulham when we didn't play? We weren't that great, and then we were trying to say, "Oh yeah, we played well." 1-0, and Xerxes came on as a sub. Do
Yes.
you remember that game?
Yes.
Do you remember how many chances Fulham had?
A lot of chances.
Open goal, yeah, and they were violating the midfield.
And the goal we scored was actually a very difficult cross. I think it might have been from Garnacho.
Yeah, and Xerxes made the most out of it. So what I'm saying is to you, as it stands, we're fucked. Because I know what Ruben's trying to do. The only way he's going to get through this season is scumbagging it through individual brilliance through Konya and Bromo and whoever's up top. Because that midfield is scary. We're going to get ran through worse than Bonnie Blue. I told you this.
Not Bonnie. Oh God. You know what's crazy about Rep Up? He sounds so negative, like we're doomed, and then the first 3 games is like we're unbeaten. We already have 6 points. Actually 7 points after 3 games. SLD says, what's wrong with a scumbag win? A win is a win, you know. Wrap up. What's wrong with a scumbag win? A win
Because
is a win.
scumbagging is not sustainable. We know how the story ends. I've said it before, he's getting sacked. Whether it's in the first 10 games or the end of the season. I know how this story ends. It's boring now.
Hey, boss,
Simple as
ask me
that.
the same question you just asked him about the first 5 games, yeah, with the current crop of players we got as it stands.
Let's go. Let's start with Man United versus Arsenal. What do you think?
We're getting slapped.
At Old Trafford?
We're getting slapped.
Oh man, Fulham. Okay, Fulham. Versus...
You see what I'm saying? I'm trying to be fair. I gave it a draw.
Like they'll still be. You know
Y'all
what?
are negative Nancy's, you know.
Right?
No. Go on, carry on, bots. Ask me. Carry on.
Okay. Fulham versus United.
We're losing.
Okay, all right. That's a difficult game. Man United versus newly promoted Burnley. Come on.
We're losing.
Ah, nah,
You,
pal.
I
Nah,
feel like
No,
you're just
carry
setting
on.
yourself up
No,
here. No,
Doc, please,
nah,
please,
Okay,
nah.
yeah,
please, do
okay.
not interrupt.
Fine,
Gotta
fine, fine.
disagree.
Carry
Come
on.
on now, pal. Be
Carry
realistic.
on,
I get it.
carry on.
It's,
No, let
And
him
I'll give you
finish.
the
Let him
explanation.
finish.
I will give you the
Let him finish.
explanation to why I'm
okay.
saying this. Carry on with the next game.
Man City versus Man United at the Etihad.
We're getting absolutely slapped. Newcastle and all that.
Agreed. Agreed.
Okay, sure. Yeah, maybe new signings, new pep, whatever. Man United versus Chelsea.
And we're losing. Not getting slapped, but we're losing maybe 1-0 on that. Okay. So let me tell you something. All right.
Yeah.
The first game against Arsenal, with all their signings that they've got, let's not count the Kepa, the Nogard, and even Madueke if they end up with it.
Yeah.
They're a very, very good team without the likes of a Zubamendi and Jokeris, right? Put them two in the team. Now they've got a natural striker. Some of the chances that they miss um, throughout last year, the year before, you got Jokeris in that spot. We're losing about 4 or 5-0 to Arsenal at Old Trafford, guaranteed. With the crop of players that we currently have, and this is me including the Mbemo transfer, because we've still got. Let's take away the pacemaker Ericsson. Who's the other Swedish guy that's left?
Lindelof.
Lindelof. Take out Lindelof.
Not
Don't
the
even bother
pacemaker
counting.
Ericsson.
Like those guys are history
Take
now. Like we don't need
no
to be.
exactly. So take away them. Take away Garnacho. You've still got around 85% of the same squad as last year. So what hope do you think I have got in our first 5 games when 85% of the scrubs who were here last year who contributed to where we finished, yeah? What hope do you think I'm going to go into the season with them idiots? Yeah, who had seven
Based
months
on
to
your
learn,
based
7 months to learn under this manager. This manager's unable to coach them. So what faith do you expect me to have? And you keep telling me that I'm negative, but there's no positivity. There is nothing positive you could tell me. Yeah, when we said we needed a squad overhaul, you brought in a manager, right, who needs pretty much a whole new squad.
Pav, you don't
So
think
how
if
can?
whatever manager
But
we had brought in would have needed a new squad? Which
No, we
manager you
don't.
know comes to
No, we
which man? No,
don't.
wait. Which manager you
You
know
don't.
comes to a
You don't.
team and don't need his own players? Which manager?
You don't.
no, that's
When
not
you've
true.
got a bunch, when you've got a squad, right, who are not suited to a 3-back, wing backs who are not suited to play as wing backs. What idiot thought it was a great idea to bring in a man who wants to play a 3-4-3? And this isn't on Amberim because we said at the time. I've always said it. I
No,
don't like
you
the.
put
I
it on
don't like
paper.
3-back formations.
No, you
These
literally put it
players
on
will
paper.
never suit. I tell you
Yeah,
now,
that's
on
what
my
said it.
mum's life, they will never suit this formation until they're all sold.
Nah, Pav. That's
Yeah,
a
but you see that last statement that you made? That is not on him. That is
yeah.
on the people above
He
him
shouldn't
to
be
do what they're
exactly.
supposed to do.
He shouldn't be here. He shouldn't be
Bro,
here.
we can't.
And
No,
the
but
But
fact
even
that
if he
and the
okay, but
you're flip flopping
my
here.
point is, even if he wasn't here and it was somebody else here, there are scrubs
You're
in this
still
team that
putting
need to
it
go,
on.
and we can't even sell them, bro.
and
But
this is
I'm
my
gonna
point.
say this.
This
I'm
is
gonna
this
say
is
this.
this
You
is the point.
underperformed last season. You shouldn't have
This
finished
is the point
16th.
I was making earlier. Yeah, he had the chance. Yeah, he could have hit the
What
jackpot.
what do
Minimum
you want him to
100
do?
million
No, what do you
pounds.
want him to
To
do? Go
do
and play on
what?
the
He
field.
bottled the
Tell
Champions
him to
League, and now
go.
you're moaning that we
Tell him
don't have
to
the
go.
Bro,
players. He bottled the
he
Champions
wasn't the only
League.
one that bottled the Champions League. The players bottled it too.
It was his
Our
selection.
players.
It was his selection.
Who has been
Yeah, if
saying
he
now we got
won
to
it,
improve?
if he won it,
Good.
oh, Amarim, you're the best thing since a fucking microwave and sliced bread.
And you
If he had
No,
won it, that's
let
what
me
you
ask
lot
you
would be
something.
doing.
Let me ask you something. Outside of Shaw, Shaw is the only scrub that was like legit scrub. that was on that team that day.
And Mount.
Legit. You couldn't
And
do
Mount.
Mount.
Mm,
The only scrub, and you couldn't do anything about Onana because who are we gonna put in there?
not buying there or eating.
Not Tom Heaton.
The truth of the matter
Did
is, the
somebody say
manager,
Tom
the coach,
Heaton?
and the players underperformed.
Yeah, Doctor is the one. Pav, I don't know why right now you're attacking the manager when we're supposed
That's
to.
what I'm saying. I am
Because
legit saying
everyone is
Let
pass
me
crying
the
tell
about
blame
you.
transfers.
around
Oh, blame the
evenly.
manager. Blame
Pass
the
the
manager.
blame
Blame the
around
manager.
evenly. That
Ev-
law not on that manager alone. It was
Yes,
the
it
manager
is.
and
I'm
the
giving
players.
him 80% of the blame in that Europa final.
Nah.
80%.
No,
He's getting 80%.
no.
80 is a lot, you know.
It's a lot.
80%
Things,
he's
nothing was
getting it.
bad.
Yeah,
He knew what
I've-
tools he was
yeah,
working with. We can't keep making excuses for coaches every single time. Every single time we keep making an excuse. Ten Hag, it's not his fault. We get him a brand new set of players. And it's,
Bro,
oh
ain't
no,
nobody
oh,
sitting up here saying it wasn't his fault. Are you
So-
listening? Are you listening? What we're
really,
saying
they
is you
don't
cannot
listen.
put the entire game at his doorsteps. What the fuck are we paying these players to do? Just get on the pitch? Like I was talking the other day. If we
And
get Calvin
what were
Lewin,
we paying the
pay him
manager
to
to do?
model. What are we paying these
What
players for, bro?
what were we paying the
what's
manager to come and do? Coach, right? We're paying him high amount of money to coach, right? Did he coach the players to a half decent level in 7 months? 20% win ratio in the
Tried.
Premier League?
Bro,
Got
as
us to
far
the
as I'm
Oh, he
final.
concerned,
tried.
You're
Round of
kind of
applause.
blind to
Round of
games,
applause,
so it
boys.
doesn't even
He
matter.
tried.
It
He
doesn't
tried.
even
Come on.
matter, Pav. It don't matter. It don't matter. For you,
Boss, I'm
it's
gonna ask
about
you
winning
again.
games. It don't matter because you
Boss,
was
I'm gonna ask
cussing
you.
Ten Hag same way, bro. You was cussing
Boss, I'm
Ten
gonna
Hag
ask you
He
same
again.
deserved
way.
it. He deserved it, and so does this manager. He deserves it too.
But that's what I'm saying to you. The only manager is gonna be good for you is if they're winning games
So
week
let
in and
me.
week
So
out.
let.
That's
Hold
the
on.
only
Hold on. Let
manager
me
is
ask
gonna be good for
Riri.
you, bro.
Let me ask
Can
you
a
a
coach not win
question.
more than 6 games?
Wrap up. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Riri. So does Amarim need better players than the current ones we got, right?
Yes, that's
Okay.
true.
So if he needs better players, why the fuck do we need a manager like him? Why can't we go get a better manager then
Who? Okay,
than
which
him?
manager? You're saying get a better manager.
Who's a
Who?
better manager that's
Who's the
available right
manager?
now?
There's plenty of managers that are better than this guy.
Name
Plenty of
one.
managers.
There's a
Name
I don't
manager
have to
that can
name them.
come in
If
now
you
and
want
get a
me to
tune
name,
out of these assholes
if
we
Yeah,
you
got in this
name
team.
one. No,
if you want
People
me,
like Rashford
if
and
I have to name
Sancho,
better,
sure.
if I have to name a better manager
no.
than this guy, then clearly you lot don't.
No,
You have no
you're
clue.
here cussing him out.
There's
Name one.
probably about 20,
No,
30 better
no.
managers than this guy.
Then name one. Name one. And you're suggesting manager.
Hansi
Name
Flick,
one.
there you go. There's a manager. He was available before he went
So you're
Barcelona.
saying Hansi Flick is gonna
No,
come in
you're
and get
asking
a
me to.
tune? No.
You're
I'm
asking me to
asking
name
now.
better
Okay, so
managers.
you've named. All right. So you've named the
Simeone,
coach. So you've
Inzaghi,
named the coach.
Simeone,
Xavi Hernandez.
Okay, so you've named the coach. I have a question now. Right? You've named the coach. Oh, young Papi, go ahead.
Is Courts you
Oh,
here?
Courts, go ahead. Go ahead,
Of
Courts.
course.
I'm just listening for a minute, but let me go. Right. I feel like there's a lot going on. So you can say the players underperformed, the manager underperformed. I think we can all agree that from last season. But the thing that
Yes.
we need to look at is everyone in that squad
Nah,
needs to improve.
SOD, you're
Like
taking the piss with the last guy.
yeah,
Don't act like we
but
didn't see you
bro,
put Lampard in there, you idiot.
Pav, it's SLD. SLD is his own. SLD knows what he's doing. But what I'm saying is, is we've seen this team play okay in the bigger games. Now, I'm going to disagree with you, Pav. I don't think we get battered against Arsenal. I don't think we get battered against because we've turned up in big games. My issue and my worry are what we do in the smaller games where we have to have possession, where we don't look like we can break a team down. I've seen us play like Arsenal. They beat us 2-0 at their stadium. It was 2 corners. We beat them in the FA Cup, and obviously beat
Drew at
Drew in the
home.
league. Drew at home Bruno probably should have scored that goal at the end, but we were good for that result. We were the better team. Now, yes, that improves them. You can say Gyökeres improves them. However, if you look at the way that their Arsenal play, is actually adding a striker, taking away from their build-up play. Who knows? We don't know. We can't always say this works and this doesn't work. We don't know. I'm
not
looking
gonna.
at
Let's
this,
be
yeah.
real though. Let's not cap. It's improved their team, bro. Let's not cap.
No.
Gyökeres
I
improved it.
did. I feel like
We're not
sometimes
gonna.
people don't
We're
listen
not.
fully to what I said.
We're not.
I said you.
We're
I
not
said
going to win the
obviously
midfield battle against them, and that's what's going to be our downfall
Yeah.
when it comes to
we're
playing
not
them.
going to win the midfield battle. However, but that's where when we play Arsenal, we know we're not going to have lots of the ball. We knew that already. I'm not going into that game thinking we're going to dominate possession. If you go into that Arsenal game thinking you're dominating possession, then I don't know what to say. But what I'm saying is we can get them on a transition still. So
I don't think so.
you don't
that's
think
debatable.
so? Cool. So how did we score a goal in the FA Cup against Arsenal?
I'm not
How did we
talking
score the
about the
goal in the
past.
league?
I'm talking about going forward. Going forward with the team we've got and the signings they're looking to make. I don't think that we're going to be able to do what you're saying.
Fair dues, but
Forget about what's happened in the past, because what's happened in the past is
by
all
the way,
those.
I'm not just to
No, of
clarify.
course.
Just to clarify,
What's happened
I'm
in the
not saying
past?
this
Yeah,
window's good
all
enough,
them
by the way.
teams have reinforced. All those teams that you're talking about have reinforced, and we've done absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
Well, we've not done good enough in the window, but I'm not hear this yet. I know this is gonna sound mad, but I'm not mad at Ineos going right. We're not just gonna do what the Woodward did, and we're gonna do because how many times did we go as a fans just pay the money? Then we end up paying more
I
money for a
agree with
player
that.
than we should play. Let me
At
finish
some
before you
point, you
carry
gotta
on.
pay the
Let me
money
finish.
for.
No, let me talk. You pay the money. We pay the money. How many times do we left when paying the money now and then having to deal with the consequences 3-4 years down the line because we've overpaid to play, whether that's a transfer fee or a contract? How many times has that happened? And then we're left dealing with the situation where you got Rashford, one of our highest earners, Sancho, one of our highest earners. You've got a young player, Garnacho moving away, but Anthony, who we paid 80 million for. Those three players alone, who we can't get rid of because one, they're on too higher wages, and we've paid too higher a transfer fee for Anthony, so that the amortization or whatever. So let's not just go, how has it gone in the past when we've just paid the money? Has it gone well? Is there been any success in, let's just pay the money?
I get sent to the ball.
It's not
that's
even
what I'm
about
saying,
the
so
money we spent.
And then when you say
They were building a team. They were building teams that made no sense. They were buying the wrong style of players for the wrong style of managers. We were mix and matching different profiles that didn't work. We brought in Pogba. He should never have had the scrubs next to him that were there in Fred and McTominay or Matic. They should never have been there. Like, we would buy players just to sell shirts, basically.
Hear me out, but the thing is, if we do this with Mbeumo and we go, right, Brentford wants 70 mil for him, and we pay that 70 mil straight away, what happens with the next guy that comes along next season, who we need to improve our squad? That team, this is how Man United have done negotiations. The other team, think of like the Wan-Bissaka negotiations, the Leicester negotiations for Maguire. That team sets their asking price. Man United say no. We sit, we wait, then we pay exactly what they wanted us to pay for them. So now you're telling me, if we do exactly the same with Mbeumo, has anything changed? Sometimes you have to walk away from a deal.
But coach,
I agree with you.
You gotta act efficiently though, bro. Like, what's the point of waiting and negotiating and not wanting?
No, but then this is what I'm saying. We can't complain about dealing with people not negotiating with us and people on too high contracts when we need to make a stand and say no. Yeah. Go on, sorry, wrap up. I cut you. Go on.
No, I was just gonna say I agree with Court said. That's why I said it's not all on Ineos' fault. But what I keep saying is, this is why I keep saying why Amrin, I know what's going to happen to him. Because the only way he gets out is leveling up these players and coaching. Because we're not going to, I said it from last season, we're not going to get the signings we want and enough in time. So he has to come out with a Midas touch and come up with something, or else he's getting sacked. You know how this story ends.
Mm. Yeah, yeah. It's a little bit frustrating when you see like somebody Franciam is saying, uh, they said relax, it's not July yet. Wait until the new financial year. Where are the signings? We're not serious. Court says, yeah, we shouldn't rush to decisions and stuff. By the way, Riri, what are you doing? You're distracting.
They Barada said we've been working on the transfer window for months.
Yeah,
For months.
clearly there is no evidence of that though, you know. For me, I'm trying to say like we have to avoid a situation where you remember when
But
we got Ugarte, and then Ugarte came in. He didn't even play the first couple of games. We went straight to international break because he was not fit, you know.
But they're
It's
not
But
getting
by the
warning.
way,
That's
I
what
don't
I
want to be
was.
misquoted. But I don't want to be misquoted. I do want us to sign players, and I want us to do it efficiently and quickly. I'm not happy the fact that it's preseason and it's looking like we're only going to have one player for that first game. I'm just saying I don't mind
Can't be
us
messed up.
saying no, like turning away from negotiations because too long we've just gone. We just pay asking price. There's no haggling. We just pay whatever the asking price is. We need to not do that. Other clubs will come take the mick out of us. We need to be like, right, no,
Coach,
this is what we're gonna pay.
but coach, that's what happens with this fan base because they get impatient. They get impatient and they're like, oh, well, we're not doing anything. Just pay the money. But then when we pay the money, and then, like, to your point, we end up with these players on crazy wages. And then when it's time to sell them or get rid of them, we can't get anybody to buy them because they're on crazy wages. And their stock has dropped. And people are looking at us like we're the dummies. Everybody else sells low, buys low, sorry, and sells high. We are the only team that buys high and has to sell low. It's crazy. It's insane.
Yeah.
We want to get rid of Sancho. We want to get rid of Anthony, and we want to get rid of Rashford, and we can't do that because of their wages.
Mm.
I've seen some news that Sancho is getting close to going out, but we'll see about that
There's this
because Juventus.
interesting. By the way,
Uh,
sorry, finish what you're gonna say. Wrap up.
no, I was just saying Sancho. I've seen some articles that it's getting close that he's may compromise on his wages
Hopefully,
to get out. Yeah,
hope.
and
France.
Juventus may add another 5 mil on top of the 25 mil, but we'll see about that. But yeah, anyway,
Bro,
continue.
he just needs to go, bro. He just needs to go.
By any means, get Sancho gone. On this topic on getting deals done and stuff, Franciam is making sure we don't conflate two things, which is paying the club and then also negotiating wages, inflated wages with players, because those are like two different like things per se. Because
Personal terms, wages, basically.
yeah,
Can I,
Francis says, didn't Chelsea pay what Brighton wanted for Joao Pedro? Didn't Liverpool pay what Leverkusen wanted
55
for
mil.
it? The
Boss,
issue,
can I ask Courts a question because I just remember something, and he's sounds like he's trying to say he's not glazing Ineos, but he is glazing Ineos.
he is.
Courts. So um, the club, right, Ineos, had the chance to sign Durant, yeah, on loan from whatever Saudi club it was, because this is facts from straight from Ben Jacobs, right? They were offered Durant, yeah, no loan fee. Well, actually, there might have been a loan fee, but they didn't have to cover his wages. So the Saudi club were willing to cover all his wages, and we turned him down. For a club who's strapped for cash, right, needs a striker, and they would have known days before about the Gyökeres thing, yeah, that he's going to Arsenal. Why didn't they go for Duran? I get it. He's not the elite level striker Gyökeres
So
is,
just
but
to
he's better than
clarify,
the scrubs that we're linked to.
I've criticized Ineos. I'm just saying that they're better than like what we had before, and that doesn't mean that I think they've done a perfect job. So
No, but
definitely not
I'm just
glazing them.
asking, why do you
They made a
think that
mistake
they
there. I
not go?
don't know. I couldn't say why they didn't go for Durant.
Pav,
I'm
I
not in the
think
boardroom.
Pav,
With
you're
all
either
wages
black.
covered.
Pav, with you, it's gotta be black or white, bro. It never. You can't have a gray area in your argument because you come for it. Like you legit come for it. There are gray areas. Like the man's not saying he's backing Ineos 100%, but he's also saying they're not operating the same way Ed Woodward was operating. So it's a give and take, bro. It can't be black and white. Like this situation
It's the
cannot
middle
be black
ground.
and white.
No, I'm just
It
trying
has
to. I'm
to be
just
a
trying to.
middle ground.
I'm just trying to get people's thoughts. What if the club's strapped for cash? Why didn't they go for a deal like that? That
It's
would have solved the
obviously
problem for at least a year or two.
and,
Get them
and,
on loan
and
for a
I'm
year or two.
and I'm with Courts. They dropped the ball on that one. Like legit, I can't wrap my head around that one
And
either.
also,
And
but
this is
Especially when
with
why.
the
they didn't
Duran
with
thing, with
wages.
the Duran thing
This
also,
is why I
let's
can't
not.
trust these
One sec,
frauds.
Pav. One sec, Pav. But you can't. Anyway, Pav. One sec. With the Duran thing as well, let's not act like Duran was elite. Like he looked
No one
best
said
off
that.
the bench. No, but I'm saying, as in, we don't know how he would have been if he was our main striker. Maybe they're thinking, let's not get a Duran. Let's get Ollie Watkins
What
because
a skirt wearing Calvert Lewin, yeah?
no, not
Yo,
Because
so
that's the links. Because that's the links we're getting. We're getting fucking dumb.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
Because that's the links that we've been hearing the last few days. Mrs. Dominique, yeah.
Let me
To
ask a
be fair
question.
though,
Let me
wait, sorry, Riri. Can I just say this because I need to go for a minute, just quick. Sorry.
go
When you
ahead,
look at
Courts.
the
Go ahead.
links that we've had to Dominic Calvert-Lewin, if you actually listen to it, it says Dominic Calvert-Lewin has been offered to a number of clubs, including Manchester United. That's like, let's not. I know you need to realize what these journalists are doing. Obviously, we sell papers because we're the biggest club. However rubbish we are, we sell papers.
We're not the biggest club anymore, man. We're a scrub team, man. We are not the biggest. We are not the biggest club
when it comes
anymore.
to being reported about and talked about, we sell the most papers. That's facts.
Pab,
We create the most clicks.
Today?
We create the most clicks and the most interaction for these social media guys. Listen, so when they make a statement like Dominic Calvert-Lewin has been offered to a number of clubs, including Manchester United, that means nothing because agents offer players. How do they get more interaction into this? They go, if we insert Manchester United's name here, then
Clickbait.
more people will pay attention to it.
Clickbait.
Yeah.
Go on, Riri, sorry.
No. I was saying with regards to these comments that I've been hearing about this young man. So when the Scottish men wear kilts, what do we say? Do we have a problem with that? Do we have a problem with that? Or they can wear kilts because it got kilts?
Young puppy, what do we say?
I just turn a blind eye.
Okay. All right. I was just checking because I don't understand what a footballer's talent has to do with the fact that he chooses to wear certain things. But
Well, personally,
that's
with
just
that,
me.
I feel
No,
like
Riri,
That's
it's the memes.
Maybe that's just me.
It's the memes that come out with it. Yeah, it's the memes that come out with it.
In our GC, the amount of fucking stickers y'all have made of Kennedy, bro, like legit. Like legit, bro. Like legit. It's just I don't understand with certain men in society. What does one have to do with the other? And I'm not saying he's ripping up trees, but what I'm saying is, why is it you gotta equate somebody's dressing style to their talent? It has nothing to do with one. Has nothing to. If he paints his nails, it doesn't affect how he kicks a ball. Like,
yeah, see, Riri, I don't really care for all of that there, but on the other flip side, I feel like he worries about fashion more so than football. That's
right,
my only thing.
but that's because these
Just like
young
Luke Shaw
players,
concentrates on food more than football.
right? Like I
And Call
said,
of
that's
Duty.
because right. Oh, he plays Call of Duty. Okay. But that's like I was saying, young Poppy. That's this You and I had this conversation on Bots' channel before. That's this generation. They're
Yeah.
more concerned with the bling, the fashion, Paris Fashion Week, getting signed with Louis Vuitton, gifts from Gucci and all of that stuff than kicking a ball. That's what these young people are about. They're not about it's not like the people you grew up with watching football. They're not. They are absolutely not. So I saw the weirdest like conversation about this dude and his dressing style, and I'm like, yo, what the fuck does this got to do with football, bro? Like legit, what does this got to do with football? Let's talk about who we can get as a striker, bro.
So, Riri, you know, like the times where you called Luke Shaw a fat fuck and all that, yeah? What's him being an extra few pounds overweight got to do with football?
When you're overweight, you can't fucking run up and down the left side, bro.
What's those extra pounds got to do with the way he plays football? He should...
makes his breath jiggle and it slows him down.
If Luke Shaw tuned in, he'll be like, "What the hell did I do?"
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, I'm getting cooked.
By the way, somebody said we take the piss. Crime. Let's call you Crime. Crime says we take the piss out of off-field crap like Rashford feeding the kids and the other players eating too much, etc. Everyone can get it. Let's not do this. That is true. Exactly. Also, your pictures got Sir Jim. That's funny. That is funny. Let's go raid KG. KG is live, guys. Let's go. Let me do a redirect. We got 30 people in here. Hey, shout out to all you guys. Make sure you hit the like button if you haven't done so yet. We're gonna go straight to KG's channel and do a football power hour raid. Or should we say Luke Shaw raid? Nah, let's call it football power hour raid. Here we go, KG. Search for KG's. Wait, which one is it? There we go. Boom. See you guys over there. Yeah. I'm frustrated about all these this lack of activity, but I stay hopeful. Something will happen. So we'll be here tomorrow again. So make sure you tune in and kill trade. Let's go. Kill trade. Hey, thank you for breaking it down. It's the criminal Crimios. Thank you. I appreciate you. Yo, we out of here, guys. Thank you again. Wait, what does wrap up want to say? Hold on. Wrap up.
Amrin gone. I'm telling you, bro. That's gonna happen for next season. Amrin gone. Yeah, that's what's going on right now. I had to say it. Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Amrin gone.
Oh, back to manager.
We out.
Amrin gone.
Football Power Hour.